Alright, I am back again. I've got, I believe it's 4 topics I've planned to discuss today, and like always, I'll try to throw some links in the description. I'll try not to get too distracted by my hair, which is not wanting to cooperate. Plus, my lovely employer is making me wear a mask, even though there's like 5 people in the entire building. This is going to go from seemingly good news to more reasons to be pissed off. Like I said, I'll try, or like always, I'll try to throw links in the description to the things I'm talking about. I figure I'll start off with some good news. Good news is today's stock markets went up considerably. And that is seemingly good news. It's my IRA, 401k, and everything. It's going to enjoy that little surge. But before I'm going to go ahead and say this. This surge is based on speculation. It's a double-edged sword. The speculation is that the first wave is pretty much over. There won't be a second wave, or it'll be minuscule. And that the economy will be able to jumpstart as people start getting back out, able to leave. Shops are opening up, states are opening up. Those are the 3 major things that this is based off of. It's good news that it's shot up, but don't hinge all your hopes in the fact that it will stay up. Next bit of news, Dr. Jo Jorgensen has clinched the Libertarian Party nomination for president. She's the official candidate. And when they made the announcement, someone used the hashtag I'm with her. And liberals are freaking out. Apparently they think it should only be used by Hillary Clinton and no one else. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, here's the thing. I did a quick look. I'm pretty sure you cannot trademark a slogan like that unless it is very specific to a product or service that you offer. I'm with her has been used about 4 times, I think it is, for different things. Most currently, for some band name called I'm With Her and an LLC associated with that. I've never heard of them, so I can't say if they're any good. I will say this. I looked at that trademark. I don't believe it is centered around a hashtag slogan. So I'm pretty sure it's very limited as to how much they can do to stop her, or at least the Libertarian Party and her, and at the very least, her supporters from using that hashtag. I don't see any means by which they could do that. And I'm sorry if it is muffled. I just realized my finger slipped over the microphone, but hopefully it came out good. I'm not reshooting this. So, stock market seemingly going up based on speculation. Things will reopen. Okay. Libertarian Party has managed to piss off the Hillary supporters. You know what? I'm okay with that. That's good news. Maybe I should have opened up with that. That's better news than the stock market going up on speculation. So we go on to the next story, and yes, I have notes written on a post-it note. I don't have anything in depth. It's literally, this is what I go off of. If I actually write something down, I don't have a script. And Coulter has turned on Donald Trump. She's called him like a moron, a buffoon, I forget what all. saying he's the liar in chief, biggest, most incompetent person to walk into the Oval Office. Don't take this as I'm defending Trump. But I'm going to chastise Ann Coulter just a little bit. First off, her reason for saying this is that he has not followed through with all of his promises to build the wall, lock her up, and all this stuff. You consider yourself conservative, right? And part of the idea of conservatism, the Republican Party, is supposed to be small, limited government. Is it not? So there's only so much a president can do constitutionally. And there's so many ways he can try to work around the workarounds, if you will. Do the workarounds and the workaround for the workarounds and all that crap. But at a certain point, like the wall, it has to be funded. Yeah, he said he was going to make Mexico pay for it, and that hasn't worked out too well. Now, has it? And he has tried to find ways to get that funded, but Congress has kind of found ways to block it. I don't know if he can. They found a workaround to stop his workaround and everything else. I don't know how much more he can do on that. If you were true, and Coulter, if you were truly a conservative, and truly for, limiting governmental powers, you would understand this, and you would not chastise him for not trying to assume more power to do whatever he wants. Here's the thing, and I've said this before, anytime the government can get power, they will. But you better, just because they are on your side, you have to ask yourself, would I be okay with this if the opposite party, the opposite side, had these same powers? Because rest assured, the government will take any power it can get. It ain't going to give it up. Ain't going to happen. So he can't just lock people up. Especially, there has to be an investigation. There are people who handle that. Now, he can't just order people to be locked up at will. This ain't a monarchy. This ain't a dictatorship. That's not how this works. There are plenty of things you could absolutely chastise him over. Some of the things he says and does, it makes it very easy. You could easily find a reason to call him a bumbling buffoon. But from what I've seen, it's because he hasn't been able to make do with enough of his promises. When the system is set up in a way where he can't just wave a wand or a pen and make it happen, you're not going to get support from me on that one. Lastly, and I'll save the thing that's going to piss me off the most for last. A gentleman has died at the hands of Minneapolis Police, who were kneeling on his neck throat, as he screamed as loud as he could that he couldn't breathe. And they caught it on video. And eventually it got to the point he quit saying, "I can't breathe, ow, you're hurting me." And they had him check. They started screaming for the police to check the vitals. What's his pulse? Tell me what the pulse is. And the police screamed back, You need to lay off the drugs or something to that effect. Well, they kept on his neck, on his throat, until the ambulance came. The person died. There is no way in hell anyone can justify that. And I know I try to maintain decorum. I try not to cuss because I try to come across as being more intelligible than I really am, because I think that's a good way to help win people over to your argument. I can't do that in this. When he said, "I cannot breathe," that means get off his damn throat. Quit putting all your body weight on his throat, on his neck. And if he stops responding because he loses consciousness, yeah, definitely pull it off. Don't keep on. Don't just call for a paramedic and then, or an ambulance, and then keep on it. Now, right before I left work, I did see where the mayor came out and said, yes, all 4 officers, yes, 4. So you had one person doing this and 3 people watching. How's that for policing the police? Nothing. If anything, they antagonize the people recording it, which is probably why, so many police precincts are trying to push, the fraternal order and all that crap are trying to push where you can't record the police. This is probably a good reason as to why they're trying to do that. Because in this case, individuals literally called police, kill someone. And I don't think it's enough to say murder, but they did kill him. And yes, like I was saying before I interrupted myself, the mayor has come out and said all 4 of them, all 4, have been terminated, effective immediately. Do I think they're going to wind up getting prosecuted? Probably not. I wish they would. In this case, I think this shows excessive force at the very least. It shows some degree of negligence. I think there are grounds to prosecute, but they're not going to do it. What I think will happen. Nostradamus is speaking. What I think is going to happen is when things die down a little bit, you're going to see a repeat of the Parkland Sheriff incident. And yes, I have a video on what happened there, where they found a way to say, this person shouldn't have been terminated. He was wrongfully terminated. His rights were violated. Reinstate him and give him back pay. I would not be surprised if that happened, if something to that effect happened. They're not going to jail. I can pretty much guarantee you they're not going to jail, even though they deserve it. The system will take care of their own. The good old boys will take care of their own. So I'm not just going to say, yeah, they're going to get what's coming to them. No, it's not going to happen. What I honestly do believe will happen is, once the heat dies down a little bit, I reckon they'll just have their job right back, maybe even a fat raise. Because in their mind, they did the right thing. And I'm not okay with that. I'm going to get off here. Let me know what you think. Like I said, I'm going to put as many links as I can down in the description. Later.